in command of the 57 Mountain Division, Laima Kong Major General S.S. Karthikeya, Inspector General Assam Rifles South Major General Ravroop Singh, Inspector General CRPF Manipur and Nagaland Sector Vipul Kumar and DIG SHQ BSF CI Ops Manipur J.K. Birdi will be the members of the committee. In this regard, the DGP of Manipur Police has issued an order yesterday and further instructed to submit its report to him by 13th of September. In the aftermath of the recent drone attacks, Manipur DGP Rajiv Singh, accompanied by the SP of Imphal West and the commandant of the 2nd Manipur Rifles, visited the site of these attacks to assess the situation. Despite the formation of a high-level committee to counter drone threats, the state has requested the expertise of Delhi-based agencies, including the NSG, to address the emerging security challenge posed by these drone attacks. Manipur, which saw tensions rise on May last year, is still reeling under unrest, and on September 3rd, the violence reached the 16th month. In this regard, we have joining us at Hornbill TV Mr. Ashank Kashar, a social activist and convener of the Forum for Restoration of Peace, Manipur. And we will be joining with him through Skype conversation and figuring out what's next ahead for Manipur. Will the unrest continue or will it stop, and will peace ever come back to Manipur? First of all, good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for joining us at Hornbill TV. Before we start the conversation on the real topic, sir, could you please give us a small brief as to what this Forum for Restoration of Peace Manipur, which you are the convener of, could you please tell our viewers a bit about your organization and what it aims to stand for?
Thank you, Hornbill TV, for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I am the convener Forum for the Restoration of Peace Manipur. Yes. This Forum for Restoration of Peace is formed in last May 10th, after the conflict erupted in May 3rd, 2023. Yes. This Forum for Restoration of Peace Manipur is comprising from the Imphal Naga base and the Muslim Meitei Pangal and the Nepali Gorkha in Manipur. The three communities are not in the part of this present conflict in Manipur. So, as a third party, as a middle person, we are trying our best to take initiative for bringing peace and harmony in the state of Manipur. So this Forum for Restoration of Peace is focusing on restoration of the peace and normalcy in the state of Manipur.
All right, sir. So we hope you will achieve your goals, sir. Now, coming back to the main topic, sir, I just wanted to view on the genesis of how the unrest started. Because if you look back, Biren Singh's first government, the first time he was elected chief minister, was running very smoothly. Manipur was going in the correct way. And Manipur had seen, and we had seen a lot of leaders, especially the BJP leaders, use the double engine term or the double engine sarkar. Well, in the second term of Manipur, especially if you look at the genesis of how this unrest began, so in the month of April 2023, sir, there was a statement, or rather the government of Manipur had taken out a notification in which they had said that land surveys will be done in Khopam forest, after which there was a lot of unrest, especially in the Kuki dominated area. And then after which the main instigator of basically this whole violence was when the Manipur High Court asked the Manipur government over the inclusion of Meiteis into the ST category. This is where everything went haywire, and this is where Manipur is still stuck in this ethnic unrest. So do you believe that the government, because in April itself, April 2023, they had already faced, or rather they were facing some unrest, do you think that there was a failure on the government to not be able to predict that such a large movement, or rather such a large unrest or violence would take place in May, sir? Do you think there was a failure of the intelligence? Do you think government machinery failed in already tackling the situation before it actually took place?
Yeah, now the situation is very, worse. Yes. And the situation is not good in Manipur. So, on the other side, now I do not say that this is now government failure, because the time is over.
Yes.
Our means in the center, here BJP is ruling the government, and the state BJP is ruling the government. So both centers and the state, that BJP parties are ruling the government.
Yes.
So in this 2024,
Yes.
the Lok Sabha election was done, and now in the center, the BJP came again the power.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe whatever the state government failure or not, but why the central government is still just remain silent? This is the problem, and this is the big question. But now the situation is different. Different means, so I don't want to come on the point of the failure of the government, because it is almost 15 months now.
Yes.
But the central government has not changed the leadership. So the strength of the leadership is not solving way of the problem now, because now the situation is diverted and the different. You see, on May 3rd, 2023, violent clashes erupted after a tribal students union Manipur, at some in the organized the tribal solidarity rally march, the so-called march or rally. But in the other Naga districts, there was no problem, no harm, no clashes at all. But unfortunately, in Churatambu,
Yes.
now that after the solidarity march over, the class has begun. So the problem there was, we think that it was a tribal issue. But after days comes and all the situation when we have observed, now the situation is different. Just
Yes.
after the problems, after 10 days, the Kuki MLAs and the organizations were demanding, the separate administration of the Kuki zone.
Yes.
So, is it in that streamline can we not do it? This is a problem. But in the beginning, when they, organized the tribal solidarity march or rally, in the name of tribal, every Naga included on the solidarity tribal march. And all the Naga Hill district, the tribal solidarity was also held. But after the peaceful concluded the solidarity tribal march, why this class was only started in the Churatambu district headquarters and some more area, more in town.
Yes.
Though we come to know, after some months of the conflict, the Kuki Zone have some hidden agenda and they have some plans to take advantage. So we appeal to the Kuki brothers also on that side. But they demanded, their stand is very clear that they are demanding separate Kuki Mizo administration or something territory council. So India is just looking and remain silent, keep silent on this matter. So how can we, bring the peace and the harmony in the state of Manipur? Because the Meitei community or the present government, they are never allowed or they are against the separate administration of the Kuki zone administration. Meitei community is very against. So they are just diverse the issues in the other ground. But actually, it is not the conflict or the issue of the Meitei ST demand committee. Meitei, they are demanding STS. They went to the court. But it is in the hands of court when the court directed to the state government to consider or examine.
Yes.
But on that again, the tribal action, the tribal body organized, against the Meitei ST. That's good. Go ahead. Go beyond. Go. We will. And the 20 tribal MLAs are also there. They can stand up. They can fight for this issue of the ST demand. But their issue was, diverted, or the issue was so different. There was the words come up, class come up, dismantle and burning down the houses and killing each other on the 3rd May Avenue. So in the valley, when Meitei communities heard and showed the video clip from the Churatambu, which they burned the Meitei houses and beaten some, that military people. So in the same night, the military people in the valley, they started in the night after 8 o'clock. They started burning again. They started to, beating. They started to kill and shooting the Kuki people. So Kuki people went to the army camp and the security that they changed, and they just take the shelter for safety. So the accident was, it comes like that. I want to tell you very clearly, yes, if there are just against the ST demand committee, then why should we not all the tribals come together? But why, after the matter, the Kukis were demanding their Kukis were separate administration. So this is a big challenging or the problem for the Naga people also. You see, this Naga are the 70% of the land of the Manipur hills. It belongs to Nagas, not the Kukis. So let me tell you very clearly, the accident or the conflict or the problem they use in the name of tribal, and the matter is also in the name of ST. But let me tell you, in fact, Kukis don't demanding the separate administration from the Manipur, from the central government. The Maitei, the so-called Maitei community is totally against this. Because of this issue, because of this reason, the conflict was started. But I want to ask to the Kuki brothers, they are demanding the separate administration to the central government. Let them talk, let them demand to the central government. Why should they fight all the time? It is not good. Nagas are, having talk, peace talk with the government of India more than 27 years. But where you see, have you seen ever the Nagas are fighting with the neighbors like Maitei Palgal, Nepali, Gokha, Kukis on the demand of the Naga issue? Nagas never fighting. Nagas never fight to any neighbor, any community because of the Naga issue. Because Nagas are negotiating with the central government and they are demanding to the central government. So if Kukis are demanding the separate administration or whatever, before the central government, let them talk to the central government. Why they kill in the innocent people? Why they disturb to the Naga people? See, they're taking all the highways and this and that, but Nagas are still having good patience. Nagas are still having good patience, and Nagas are, taking a good role in the neutral as a third party. But still they are blaming to the Nagas. Why you are keep silent? You just see, if one community demands their agenda, why should we support them? So, as a citizen of Manipur, as a convener forum for restoration of peace, we want justice. Justice should be there. So, we want peaceful coexistence in the state of Manipur, because since we have been living here since 2-3 centuries together with the Kukis. Yes, Nagas has a long history, more than 2,000, 3,000. Maitei also, we are the indigenous people. But, in the 18th century, these Kuki people, Maitei, Muslim Palgal, and the Nepali Gokha, they came. We are not opposing them. Let's live together peacefully. Let's have a good, relationship with each other. If they want to demand under the constitution, let them demand in the Lok Sabha or in the center. This is in the hands of the center. This is in the authority of the central government. So if central government wants to take something to solution, then why central government remain silent? Let them convince to the Maitei or state government. So let me conclude in the first round. In the state of Manipur, BJP is ruling the government. So why should center blame to the state government? I think now out of the control. Now the state government has nothing to do with this issue, because the so-called Kukizo and the Sioux group, they are also negotiating with the central government. But the Forum for Restoration of Peace strongly condemns to any killing the innocent people or the common people or the civilians. This is a very coward, that's the act. So we are not allowed any. But Forum for Restoration of Peace is, appealing to all the sections that please talk in a very good way, don't fight, don't killing each other, but come in the mainstream, and whatever the differences or the issues, let them sit together and shut up. So we want the peace dialogue, and we want to maintain the peaceful coexistence.
All right, sir. Now coming back to a few days, to an incident that just took place a few days ago. Well, we have seen Manipur going through this conflict every day. There are firing. The police is conducting the police along with the central forces are conducting combing operations. They are finding a lot of warlike stores. Well, sir, 3 days back there was an attack in Kotruk, in Kangpokpi and Imphal West district, the bordering areas, the fringe areas. So out there, for the first time in the 15 months of violence, for the first time Manipur witnessed the use of drones to drop explosive devices into civilian land, in which 2 people were killed and several were injured. So how does this change the phenomenon of the conflict that is there, and do you think with the introduction of such high-tech gear into this conflict, do you think there is more danger for the people there? And also, do you believe that the security forces in Manipur are well equipped to tackle such issues like the use of drones to drop explosives?
You are right. Yeah, there is some lapses in the security, India ministry, I should say. There is a big lapses in the security, movement in the state of Manipur. Because of that, this all are, come up. But with the use of the weaponized drones, there is a shift in the dimension of ethnic conflict in Manipur. The use of the high-tech drones by the Kuki goons against innocent and armed civilians has been unheard in any, part of the country. So this high-tech drones used by the Kuki militants, every citizen of India or the Manipur should condemn it, because this is not unacceptable. Because, this is so controversial, Lester, my brother. This is so controversial. So these Kuki militants are such a small militant, and they are militants under the suit. So where they brought these high, tech drones, where they buy these sophisticated arms and guns, from where they brought these, good sniper. This is a very short and very wonderful. So this is, illegal. This is an unlawful activity. And in the midst of, thousands central security forces, deployed in the state of, Manipur, around the central security forces, in the presence of security forces, why these Kuki militants can do such a, unwanted thing and very, unexpected thing. So this is, I should say, there is a big losses from the security point of view and from the security that activity. So this shows that India's security forces are very weak. More than 40,000 security forces are deployed in the small state of, Manipur. Population is only 30 lakh something. The area is 22,000 square kilometers. All the border, there is a best CRPF, Assam Rifle, Army. Assam Rifle headquarters IG is there. Army headquarters is at the Lemukho. And every 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, there is an offense of the security forces. So why security forces are remain silent? What they are doing, we don't know. People are really kind of such, these central security forces. So there is a big lapses in the security activities in the state of Manipur. So the question is, why the Kuki militants use these high-tech drones and kill the innocent people? This is, injustice. This is really shock for us as a human being. So this, the central government should take a strong action. Now after that accident on last, one woman killed, children hurt, and the security forces has been killed. After that, the a strong decision now to start a combing operation. Yes. So since yesterday, I think, or today, they have started already combing operation. But whether the combing operation will success or not, there is also a big question, because, you know, as I mentioned before, there is a lawsuit. There is a very loophole. And, you know, in this conflict, you know, there is a lot of conspiracy. I don't want to disclose at all these things, but there is a conspiracy from the central government side. There is no sincerity, the people not trust. So if the civilian people not trust to the security forces, how can they, you know, protect the people? You see, there are, thousands of security deploying for protecting the people. But even till now, the security forces, you know, not protecting any civilian. I don't know what they are doing. They are just enjoying the salary, or they have good measures with these so-called militants from the Bog Valley or the hills. We don't know. But this time, you see, the Kuki militants use these high-tech drones and many good sophisticated. And we have seen through the video footage, the clips, they are using the good sniper. Yes. So the question is, I'm not planning to the Kuki. I'm just asking to the central government, you know, the security forces, defense, and the Home Ministry, where these Kuki militants, where they bought these all high-tech guns, sophisticated arms and guns, and snipers. Is it they brought from the Israel? Is it they brought from the China? Is it they from the Russia? Somewhere. So this is a big threat to the Security Council of India, because if there is no license or the permission, not given by the central government, no one can buy these sophisticated guns and arms. No one can buy this, sniper. No one can buy these high-tech guns. But we are very shocked where these Kuki people get, or where these Kuki people bought. Where these Kuki people went? From where? From which country? Or whom? Give them authority, who gives the license, who approved to buy all these things. This is a very, very shock. So, as I told you, the situation issue is, quite different and diverted as we expected before. Because if they are really, if the issue is, it's on the ST demand committee, then that issue may not, be, come up to this level. For the small issue, why Kuki people use this high-tech guns, sophisticated arms and guns, and why they use this sniper? Yes. See, this ST demand issue is not only for the Kuki, it is including for all the tribals. This is, it is true, it will be affecting to all the tribals. So we are, Nagas are also tribal. There is a ST, there is a tribal. So if there are, their issue or their, the problem is for the ST demand, then why should all the tribals are not staying together? So the issue is, directed from the previous. Now they are staying and demanding for the separate administration. For that, they use all these sophisticated guns and arms and these high-tech drones and the snipers. So now the ball is in the court of the India. The central government has a sole right to control. Yes. So, this whole situation in overnight, in 2 days or one day, the central government or the present security forces, they can control. They should, control first, both sides. Using the guns and all these unlawful activities. Yes. So this is the problem.
All right, so now moving on, I mean, Manipur has a total population of about 2 million people. Well, we have known friends from Manipur. Well, Manipur was always known to take out academicians, athletes, sports persons that represented India and also won laurels for the country. Unfortunately, sir, over the past 16 months, there have been a lot of lives that have been lost. A lot of good human beings that were not even part of the conflict have been lost, but for some vested interest in both the communities that are still choosing violence over peace. And now with the recent drone attacks, now there are speculations that there could be a foreign hand. Well, they are alleging that the China is involved or the Myanmar government is involved. Do you also believe that there is some foreign interference in this particular conflict, because Manipur also shares a very large boundary with Myanmar, and Myanmar is also currently going through a civil war-like condition, or rather civil war-like situation there in the country? Do you feel, or do you also believe that with the recent attacks that happened in Kotruk, there is specifically or specially a foreign connection behind why this violence is still escalating, sir?
Yeah, brother, without the foreign, sponsor or, involving, I think Kuki militants cannot do such, act. The Kuki militants now, we have seen they are very powerful because of they're using all this, as I have mentioned before. So, without the foreign, our external forces, I think they cannot go up to this level. They cannot come up to this level. But there is some, as I have mentioned, that there is a very big conspiracy from the center side and the Kuki militant side, because, without the involving of the, international or the foreign, that the policy or the that the sponsor, this the so-called Kuki militants cannot do or cannot come up to this level. Now they can challenge directly to any community or every group in the state of Manipur, even though in the India, where the central forces, the central government are still silent, still remain silent. So the question, the people is question. The people is very doubtful. Why center remains silent? Because this is a Security Council threat to the Indian nation, Well, we don't want to mention the name, but this Manipur state is very near and the international border of the Myanmar, China, Cambodia, Bangladesh, and others. So this China, Bangladesh, and Burma is the gateway of the, supplying of all the sophisticated arms and guns. In Burma, it's a very near. There is a factory of the gun factory, arms factories, and all these are there. And mostly the goods that sophisticated are brought from the China and the Bangladesh. See, that we have seen since for the last many years. So let me come to the point. This is the foreign external forces are behind the screen of this accident and the so-called this issue. Therefore, this is a big threat to the Indian Security Council. So I wonder why Ajit Doval, Advisor Security Council, why he just remains silent in this regard. So Assam Rifles, Army, Central Security Forces, like CRPF, BSF, etc., they should be very aware. They should be very aware. Otherwise, our nation is very in danger, because you see the last accident.
Yes.
That was very, very, very shocked, because this is not the first time. Before, in some area, when the Kuki militant attacks to the Meitei civilians or the other that security, the Meitei, the so-called underground, I don't know, but they use all the powerful arms and guns. But let me come another one point. Yes, in Manipur, there is a lot of academicians, intellectuals, and many professions, and good politicians, good leaders are here. But the problem is, brother, today in Manipur, not only in Manipur, in northeast part of, some part of northeast India, but let me say in only for the Manipur state, you see, a lot of intellectuals, leaders, academicians are there, but all, how to say, they become a mute, they become a dumb, they become a silent spectator because, this, the so-called militants, they control. All the people, all the leaders, all the educationists, all the academicians, all the intellectuals, those using the powerful guns, they always control. If against them something, then they take the revenge, they take the punishment. So all the intellectuals, all the academicians, they are silent in some way. But for sometimes for their community interest, for their tribe interest, they just stand up and rest. But when their militants, when their people have done something wrong, they are just, silent spectators. They are just keep silent. I don't know why they are doing such a, thing. But for the justice, I should say that everyone should stand up and speak the truth. Otherwise, our society, the small state will be continuing like this. So in the other community, and even in the Meitei community also, not only in the Kuki, some the so-called group I don't want to mention, also have the power that they control all the intellectuals and academicians, these officials, I don't know. And the intellectuals, officers, academicians, they are just remain silent because they don't want to confront those, these militants who have use these powerful, these arms and all. Like that, in the Kuki area now, you see, because there are no any pastor, Christian leaders, or any politician, any leader, any professions, any intellectuals, don't come up for peace or for the dialogue. Why? They are so scared. They are so afraid to this Kuki militant, or to this, the so-called volunteers. See, our society is, upside and down. Now Manipur is become just like in the another planet because the intellectuals or the educationists or the professions or the good leaders, they are not ruling, they are not shaping, they are not, advise the ideas, they are not sharing their opinions and all. But those innocent of the very ignorant, how to say, who train in the jungle, just the knowledge of how to use the guns, how to kill the people. Some people of use this for people of the leader. Even they have not passed the class 10 or the 10 class 2. Even they cannot write the English or something letters. This kind of people and many leaders are come up in the state of Manipur, in the Kuki area. So these people are controlled. These people are just use the remote that all the leaders. So this is the problem, brother. All the Manipur intellectuals and academicians, professors, etc., why they remain silent? Because of effect, because of fear. But let me come to the point, and I would like to appeal to all the people of the Manipur or the different sections that we should not remain silent for the justice, because we have our future. If we cannot stand together, if we cannot do the justice today, then our generation will be vanished, will be lost. The next our generation will become a victim, and they will, just like a servant in the Egypt, those times, the Israel, all Israelites were the slavery in the Egypt, that's the place. Like that. Now, you see, the professors, intellectuals, they are not, ruling the society. They are not overtaking the society. But those uncivilized, youth, those who use, holding the gun and play from the Myanmar, from somewhere, now they come and rule the society. They are taking over. They are overtaking power, all the leaders in the society. So this is a big, challenging for us. This is the big problem for us.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. We seem to have run out of time, or else we would have loved to continue the conversation. But thank you so much, Mr. Ashank Kasar, for speaking to Hornbill TV and giving us your point of view. And also, we wish you all the luck and all the love and prayers that the Forum for Restoration of Peace Manipur can go forward and achieve its goal as soon as possible. And we hope that normalcy returns to Manipur as soon as possible. And we hope that we get some positive and happy and mood-lifting news from Manipur very soon. Thank you, Mr. Ashank Kasar. Thank you so much. Well, that was Mr. Ashank Kasar, who is a social activist and is also the convener of the Forum for Restoration of Peace Manipur, and he just shared his organization's goal, which is to get Manipur back to normal and to take Manipur out of this unrest that it has been reeling for over 16 months. Well, Mr. Kashar also put out some very important points, stating that there is some kind of conspiracy in the central government, or rather the state government, as to how the militants are using such high-tech warfare, such as the drones that were used in Kothrak just a few days back, in which high-tech drones were used to actually drop bombs, and several rocket-propelling grenades were also used, in which 2 civilians died. Well, Mr. Kashar has also appealed to all the intellectuals and all those people to stand up and speak up for justice, as there is a danger for the next generation of people that are born in Manipur. Well, Hornbill TV will be getting you all the latest updates from Manipur and whatever is happening there through our correspondents and through special guests like Mr. Kasar. So, for more updates like this, keep watching Hornbill TV. Goodbye.
Cultural sustainability is an important issue that often gets overlooked. It refers to the idea of preserving and sustaining traditional cultures in the face of globalization and modernization. Sustainable tourism, alternatively, promises not only to support economic development in destinations, but also to facilitate cultural and environmental conservation in heritage sites around the world. Tourism has not always been the most sustainable endeavor. Some forms of tourism have even led to culturally and environmentally abusive and exploitative practices, from polluting to poaching. The World Tourism Organization defines sustainable tourism as tourism that takes full account of its current and future economic, social and environmental impacts, addressing the needs of the visitors, the industry, the environment and host communities. Nagaland is also a hub of culture and nature, attracting tourists from everywhere to witness the land, nature, tourist sites and popularly known festivals like Hornbill Festival. With the age of globalization, tourism has become a way of cultural globalization and promoting green village culture. Our land is very naturally inhabited, and so tourism is also growing quite spontaneously, attracting travelers and tourists across the globe. And in order to efficiently promote our tourism, we have to learn ways to promote sustainable tourism to protect our cultural and environmental heritage. One of the most important ways that sustainable tourism practices support environmental and cultural preservation is through adherence to local
Hello, Matuji, and you're watching Hornbill TV's Chill Out. Magician Solan